And we're live. Yes, hello, this is Thomas together with a bunch of people today. We have some pretty Pavel with us, and we also have Pablo and somebody calls himself Condemned. I understand that you guys are students with the AV 102 course. Welcome to Agile Ventures and to this AmericasScrum that we are hosting today. As part of our weekend schedule. There were some questions in the AV102 channel on Slack whether we're having the Euro-Asia Scrum and the Atlantic Scrum, but we don't do them on weekends. And there was also a question whether I could extend the homework deadline, and I'll have a look at it. I just got back home, I sat down at the computer, so I haven't had the chance to look at it yet, but I'll have a look. Hopefully, we want people to have a chance to fulfill their homeworks. So I have a look at that if I can extend that another day or so. All right, let's go to screen share and start the Scrum. Here we go. Let's go to Agile Ventures home site, and so let's. I propose that we do it like this: the original. Agile Venture members we're gonna do a Scrum first, and then we can have a chat with you guys, the new guys, the students, and we're also gonna have a look at the pivotal tracker, see if we can find a story that we can estimate, because I understand that is part of your homework assignment. So let's start with Pavel. What's up with you? The three usual questions, Pavel. What have you done? What are your plans? And do you have any impediments? Is something stopping you from your work?
Sure. Yesterday I performed big Osra Scrum and retrospective. We spent about 3 hours together discussing how was our sprint, what problems do we have, and how we are going into a new fourth sprint, and what we're going to do there, and how, and define some actions, discuss about big pull requests that we shouldn't do and should do them less, and so on and so forth. Also, I participated in Euroscrum today, where was Nick and Paul, so we discussed some things with them.
Did you have any students from the AV1 course?
I'm trying to. Yes, Gail.
Okay, did you vote on a story?
No, because she didn't ask to vote or to else. She just said that she came to a Scrum, and that's all. It wasn't like her exercise, you know. She just was interested in participating in the
Okay, because she was actually she mentioned on this in the Slack channel that she wasn't given a chance to vote on a story, so perhaps there was some misunderstanding. Basically, all students have to be participate in a vote. That's the week's assignment, probably. I thought you knew that. Well, anyway, okay, never mind.
Okay, no problem. Anyway, there wasn't enough people to vote. Only Paul, Gail, and me. And okay. Anyway.
I thought you said Nick was there as well.
No, I forgot. Nick was. I know that. Yeah, Nick and Gail and me without Paul. Yeah, only Nick, me, and Gail. Yeah. Anyway, for tomorrow I'm going to do AmericasScrum and Osra Scrum and Osra planning meeting for the next sprint. That's it for me. Nothing blocking me. No problems.
Yeah, I saw that you replied to this Harry. I did too, actually.
Okay.
We got an email from somebody that asked Agile Ventures for help, whether we can help them set up some sort of a website, but we don't know any more details. Did you get any response from him, Pavel?
No, not yet.
Okay, all right. Well, let's see if he turns out. It's interesting that the word is spreading that Agile Ventures takes responsible projects. I think that's good. Okay, let's see. Sampriti, let's go with you.
Haven't done much today except for learning, like improving on my kids' skills, and I don't really have much plans, so that's it.
Okay, any plans for today?
No, no plans. Just continuing on my Git skills, on improving my Git skills. That's
Okay.
it.
Okay. Did you participate in the retrospective yesterday for Osra?
No, it was too late for me, I think.
Oh, I see. I see. Any? Are you gonna take on some stories in Osra right now?
Yeah, there are two one-pointer stories that I'll be taking up, but again, I can't attend the planning meeting tomorrow, or maybe I can't really attend most of the Oscar scrums, so it's probably going to be have to be done without their knowledge. So I'll just take up two of the stories which have
Mm-hmm.
to be decided tomorrow, and I'll start working on them.
Okay. Okay. Well, I see we have a lot of new people in the Hangout. Let's start with Pablo. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself? Did you register at agileventures.org yet? You have a profile on our site.
Yeah, I registered. I'm not sure if I completed my profile, so I think you will be able to find me. But I'm not
Here we
sure.
are.
Yeah,
Yes, yes,
that's,
you are. Yeah, that's you.
I need to fulfill that that profile.
No problems,
So
no problems. I see you're from Argentina. Okay,
yeah, I'm from the South Cone.
cool, cool. Just a quick update on your person. Who are you?
Okay, I'm a 29.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on, guys. I'm just gonna mute myself.
Okay, 29 years old. I'm a computer system engineer. I'm working from a company, Altoros its name. It's from San Francisco with the local office here in Argentina. So, and I'm doing Ruby on Rails mainly. Well, and that's basically me. I had a past in which I was working for ExxonMobil. That's a huge company. But I think I got a bit tired of the big company and I decided to go to a smaller one. So now I'm doing this Ruby on Rails web development with a bunch of guys here in Argentina.
Any open source stuff?
No, not so far. I was trying to get involved in a particular project that I could find interesting. I think the one you have local support is a good one, actually because it has this collaboration part and all. I mean, it's going to let me improve my Git skills and my actually pairing with guys from all over the world is going to be great, I think.
Well, then that sounds great. Welcome to Agile Ventures. We do pair programming all the time, and we have a lot of projects, and some new projects on the way in. So hopefully you can, if you want, you can work with us and contribute to our projects as well.
Yeah, that was what I was looking for. So it looks really nice.
Wonderful, thanks. All right, Condemned. I understand that is not your real name. Should I call you Condemned, or do you want to have another name assigned to you? I don't know if there's any problem with the audio, or. All right, let's move on. Let's go. I don't know who was first. Let's go to Antonis.
Hi, Thomas.
Hello. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I'm coming from Greece. I'm working in a software development company called IST, and this course was suggested by a colleague of mine because I'm researching ways to manage distributed teams, and it seemed interesting. Also, I'm very curious about working in open source projects because I have some idea of mine that I want to turn in an open source project, and maybe Agile Ventures could be an opportunity.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, do join us in another Scrum. We won't have time to look at it today, but if you want to do a presentation, a pitch, you're more than welcome to do that in any of our other Scrums. Sounds great. Sounds great. All right. A quick presentation by Gabriel, perhaps. Are you with us, Gabriel?
He doesn't have a mic, so.
Okay.
He's just.
Okay. Then we go over to Hakan. Am I saying right? Hello,
Yes.
how you doing?
Fine, thank you. And how are you doing?
Just fine. It's been a hectic day, family matters, you know. But I was chatting with you over my cell phone a few hours ago.
Oh yes.
Yes. I see you don't have a member. You don't have a profile on Agile Ventures yet.
I'm not sure. Do you mean I didn't edited my profile, or
Have you? What's your username on Agile Ventures?
probably my last name? My problem is that I used two separate emails, so I might have used my other email. So I'm not sure. I should check that.
Okay, never mind. Tell us a quick update who you are and what are your plans?
Okay, so I'm actually an electronics engineer, but very interested in computers, and I've been working in different industry in construction companies. I'm from Turkey.
Okay.
And recently I had some changes in my life and started a master's program in computer engineering. And for the last 2 years, I've been having a lot of MOOCs. And so this was also one of them, the CS 169 classes. And with Agile Ventures, hopefully I'll even go further to different places that I've never been.
Exactly. Cool. Welcome to it.
And by the way, would you mind if I turn my camera up?
There's a lot of background noise. Yes, here. Hakan, what did you say? I didn't catch you.
Would you mind if I turn my camera off?
No, go ahead, please. There's no need to have.
I have a drink. I'm not drinking it so that I would not distract you. So that's why I'm.
It's okay. There's no need for cameras. I mean, a lot of people turn that off. Okay, let's go over to Nick.
Hi, my name's Nick. I'm Australian, but I'm currently living in Japan.
Cool.
Yep. I haven't been working in IT now for about 10 years, but I sort of missed it a lot, and so I started to take up some MOOCs, and then I heard about this one, and I'm interested in getting involved a little bit into some sort of open source, but I haven't really decided what yet. But I'm really keen to just learn from you guys and help out where I can.
Well, you're most welcome. Now let's go over to Brian. Brian, there was a lot of background noise when you turn on your mic. So let's give it a try again. You have to unmute yourself. There's this button up.
Does that work?
Yeah, there you go. Unfortunately, we can't seem to be listening to you right now. I would prefer if you use headphones, perhaps. That's always better. That reduces a lot of background noise. But until you get that fixed, let's move on with the Scrum. You guys know that we use this tool called Pivotal Tracker, and we have different projects in Pivotal Tracker that are open source, and I'm going to link to the project that I'm hosting. Unless, Pavel, if you want us to have a look at on any OSRA story.
We voted on all stories that we could yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, tomorrow we can vote on OSRA Scrum for some stories, definitely.
So there's a link in the chat window to this page you guys are seeing. This is the Pivotal Tracker for Website 1, a project of ours, and Website 1 being the application behind agileventures.org, which is in here, our homepage. So we've been building this page collaboratively. Everything is done by volunteers in Agile Ventures, one small iteration at a time. And here in this tool, in Pivotal Tracker, we are describing every story, every chore, and every bug that we encounter, and everything is broken down in relatively small user stories, small features. And I was thinking that we could vote we can estimate the complexity of a story, and we usually do it well, what we do is we create feature requests, we add a user story to it, and we estimate it if we agree that it's a relatively simple story, we give it 1 point, 2 points for medium complexity story, and 3 points for a story that seems complex or hard to implement. If we agree that a story should have more than 3 points, we always break them into smaller features, smaller stories, because we want to work in relatively small with relatively small feature requests. So let me just pick a story that we could vote on. Again, I just got home, so I haven't prepared this. I'm kind of a little bit. I'm improvising here a little bit. Let's see here. There was something. Well, there was this user profile story. I just want user profile. Yes, there is this story in backlog actually. So yes, there is a story that is called "Remind User to Complete Profile." Actually, it's very much relevant with all the new guys in the Scrum. And the user story for this is that as site admin, in order to increase the quality of our users' database, I would like to present users that have incomplete user profiles with a pop-up reminding them about the benefits of adding skills. So what I'm looking for here is when any of you guys that recently joined Agile Ventures, when you log in and you haven't added a first name, a last name, any bio, any skills or anything into your profile, I want the system to tell you about it. That hey, it seems like your profile is incomplete, and tell you that your first name, your last name, or your whatever is not filled in, and present you with an opportunity. Should I take you there and a link to your edit profile page? Does that make sense? I see some people nodding, and the ones without camera could just say yes or something. Yes. All right. So we have a user model in the database, of course, and we are, when we log into the system, we can log in either by filling in our credentials, like with our email and password, or we can use a third-party authentication either by GitHub or Google+. So we need to take that into consideration. There are two different controllers that handles those logins, right?
Yeah, but for user profile completeness, I think the only thing that matters is like whether a user is linked to GitHub or not, right? So. Yeah. Okay. So I don't think like the authentication controller should matter here, right?
All right. Okay. All right. So it's what needs to be done. We have to check in the database. We don't need to do any changes to the database, so no new migrations. We need to do a check if the profile is filled in. This story does not require us to. For instance, there are various systems on the internet that have they give you a message about like your profile is 80% done or something. This is not within the scope of this story. So we just want to, it's a Boolean, true or false. Is it filled in or is it not? I was thinking about adding some sort of a weight for on each fields in each attributes, but I think that would complicate the story, and so I didn't see a reason to include that in this one. So do you guys feel that you know enough to be able to estimate this? Nods again. Yes, people are nodding. Cool. Is anybody a little unsure about what we're talking about here?
Well, I'm not
Okay,
unsure, but I have doubts about how useful I can be, so I keep silent.
Oh, I understood. I understand that. And don't you don't have to see yourself being doing this. We're just we try to keep a level of abstraction here. So yes, of course, your own knowledge would be challenged. I guess you can feel that this task could be challenging for you as an individual, but try to keep it a little above yourself. How hard can this be for a team member? And remember, everything in Agile Ventures, and especially in Website 1 project, is done in pair programming. So you would never be alone in doing this. Usually, especially when you're new to our community, you would be pair programming with a more senior member, with somebody that's been around for a while and been on the dev team for a while. So valid point. Try to keep yourself a little bit above this if you can.
Mm-hmm.
Now let me brief you on how we vote. We use this this chat window where we can type messages, and we basically, what we do is we type in the value that we want to assign to this story. 1 for easy, 2 for medium, 3 for hard. And on my count, but we don't reveal that value yet. On the count of my count of 3, we press enter. So everybody's votes are visible at the same time. So I'm gonna turn off my, you won't see what I'm typing either. Is that understood? So type in first, enter when I say so. All right?
Where do we type? Do we type in the chat section or?
In the chat section, yes. Okay. All right. So if everybody types in their values now, and
for values for which story? What part?
Okay.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
No problems. It's this story about reminding user to complete their profile about this whole story. Yeah. So let's see. If you type in your values now, 1, 2, or 3, and I'm gonna do a countdown. 1, 2, 3. Hit enter now. Okay. We have some 2s and we have some 1s. And usually what we do is we give the opportunity to the ones that deviate from the mainstream, thing here. So Pablo and Hakan, you guys said 1, that it's an easy story. Do you want to talk us through how was your reasoning in assigning a 1 point to this?
Okay, I would say why I thought it was a 1. Actually, took into account that it's going to be 2 people working on it. Actually, you said you're doing programming on it. So I think that decreased somehow the complexity, actually, if you are going to be working with a senior one. And secondly, I saw that it would be just like a method that is going to say whether the user profile is complete or not. So that shouldn't be that hard to write down. And then simply displaying like a flash pop-up or something like that. Perhaps that is the part that's going to take more time, trying to make it look nice to the end user. But I didn't thought it was going to be hard. Actually, I'm not sure. This is the first voting I'm doing, so I don't know how you consider chip, for example, a 2 or a 3 to be. That's why it may be quite different. It may differ.
It's a good argument. Hakan, do you wanna have a go on your reasoning?
With my reasoning, I just thought the system would just check how much information is there, or if certain parts of the profile were completed, and then it seems more like a simple action of reminding the user to complete the profile whenever he or she logs in or something like that. It didn't seem so trivial, but of course, when you start coding, God knows where you can go with the coding.
Absolutely, I understand. Sampriti, would you like to give us your thoughts on why you gave it a 2?
I give it a 2 because like maybe 1 point for this tests and displaying everything, and then the other point was maybe for checking whether the profile was complete or not, because there were a lot of parameters involved with that. So maybe I felt that that would be a bit difficult to implement and then test as well, that particular part of checking whether the profile is complete or not, which is why I just made it a medium story, I guess.
Okay, without making this too long, my own reasoning was also I was leaning toward a 1, but you know there are always some pitfalls, especially in UI design. You know, a lot of our us are backend people, and we need to make things look good, and we're using Bootstrap 3, for instance. So, is there? I mean, we don't have a lo-fi attached to this story right now, so a developer will be facing problems. And how will I display this? Probably have to produce a lo-fi, talk to some other project members about it, and then implement it. Should we go with a Bootstrap model? Should we, do this and that? Is it a Flash? Is it not? So that's why I gave it. That's what made it tip it over to a 2 for me, actually. And of course, as Sapriti said, the testing of this could be quite not perhaps not hard, but still there are some tests that needs to be written, and it could potentially become a little bit complex. So unless you guys really hate me for this, they're the ones that deviate. If I go with a 2, is that okay with you, Pablo and Hakan?
That's surely fine.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
so
sure.
I'm gonna. Thank you very much. I'm gonna estimate this as a 2-point story. And what happens now, I'm going to paste a link to that story in the Hangout, so you guys have that. And I also going to paste the link to this recording on YouTube. It's not there yet, but it will be on my channel. So this is it. How can I get this to? It won't disappear for me. Oh, there we go. All right. So now you have both the Pivotal Tracker story link and you have the YouTube link to these stories, and these are the 2 URLs you need to complete your homework assignment for this week. Okay. Any other questions, guys?
Well, I may maybe ask something about my doubts. Since we all have different levels of programming experience and capacity, it's nice to be paired with a senior coder, but I always feel that if that happens, then I would be slowing the other guy, the more senior guy. So I think since some of us may be new with this pair programming thing, some of us may feel the same way.
Absolutely.
So
I felt the same way. I got to tell you, when I started this, I felt intimidated all the time. Like, I was new to Ruby on Rails, and I was like, oh, I don't know this, and these guys will laugh at me because they know so much, and I know like nothing, basically. Because after the CS 169.2 course, I was, I could code, but I wasn't productive in any way. But the thing is that the people, especially Sam, that kind of sets the tone of this community. He's a great guy, and we are all here to learn. And I can't speak for everybody, but the usual approach to onboarding new people is you don't slow us down. There are no stupid questions, basically. We practice this method of GitHub Pong, where you are a driver and I'm a navigator for a while, and then we swap and we use GitHub, to exchange code. I can grab your code and continue to work on it. And I've been pairing a lot with a lot of people, both more experienced than me, on the same level as me, or people that are just starting out. And it's sometimes you write a lot of lines of code, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you just end up being stuck on some tests or something. But that's the nature of this community. We're not we're not a company, so we don't measure productivity in line of codes committed to the repo. But we rather pride ourselves in being a learning place where people come to learn. and we try to learn together. So I understand your point. It's valid. I've been there, done that, but try to overcome that and just go with the flow. And also, to start with, I would say it's good to jump in on 2 other guys that are pair programming and just sit in and listen and just perhaps come in with some suggestions or ask, hey, can I drive for a while now? You know what I mean? So you don't feel that you are the one playing the main role in a pair programming session, but you are rather just helping out. So that's one way to do it. Because since we're doing this remotely, the only limit is 10 people in a hangout. We can be 4, 5, 6 people pair programming with each other. Not very effective, but as a learning experience could be very valid. Very good thing to do sometimes.
Actually, what you said was very nice. Like if there are 2, maybe both of them may be senior programmers, but if there are 2 people doing the pair programming thing, and a 3rd and 4th can just join just to listen, that would, I think, that would be a very good point of start for most of the people who are new.
Exactly. So I think that's a very good thing to do, and just jump in. And I know on my project, with the Website 1 project, we're always looking for new people, but just to just say a few words about the other projects. Pavel works a lot in another project called Ostra. They need to expand their dev team, and there's another fairly mature project that is called Local Support. So you guys can jump in there and see if there's any stories that you can grab. And what else? What other projects do we have, Pavel and Sampriti, that needs to be worked on right now?
I don't know. What about Cordelia? How is it going now?
Oh, that project is a little bit on hold right now. We will reboot it, but we're looking for a project manager for that project. So it's an educational project. I'd love to tell you more about this some other day. Today is not a good day.
Okay.
There is auto graders, but that only happens during particular times of the years.
Yeah. That's related to the CS 169 courses. The system that grades homicide. Okay.
Local Support is also looking for new members.
Yeah. But do join in any other Scrum, and we can talk about if you're interested in getting your hands dirty in any of our projects. Jump into any of our Scrums during the weekdays, and we can assign you to a pair programming group, or perhaps assign you to a story. We can talk about it, of course. All right. Let's we've been at this almost 30 minutes now, which is even more than 30 minutes. We usually keep those Scrums to 15 minutes, so we've been at it a little bit too long. So live long and prosper, guys. Take it easy, and I talk to you later, all right?
Thank you. Talk to you later.
Thank you.